There's a lot of humor, a lot of laughs in the play,
Yeah.
but behind all the laughs is some serious stuff. And particularly between my character, the father and his daughter, you kind of get the feeling that he probably wished he'd had a son. And the fact that he gets along with the boy who is the son of the new husband of his daughter, and that this great relationship out of the blue is established. It's just wonderful, different relationships to explore from an acting point of view, which makes it very worthwhile.
You two have created so many indelible roles: Butterflies Are Free, Keir, and Crimes of the Heart, Maya and Agnes of God. Is it different when you're approaching a role that's been done before, and if you've seen other people do it before? Do those memories go through your mind, or no?
I don't think so. I'm trying to remember when I did Cat on Hot Tin Roof the first time around, playing Brick, and I'd just seen the movie. I'd never seen it on stage at that point. And enough years had gone by since I'd seen the film, other than recognizing the greatness of that play, and that makes it exciting to work on it's such a great role. Even Brick is a great role. Of course, Big Daddy is even more exciting from my point of view. Maybe that's just because I'm the age now. So that was a role that meant a great deal. Well, all the roles that I've done at some point, with a few exceptions, I've loved doing, and you try to make it your own. It doesn't matter whether you've seen the film or the play. You start all over at zero. You may have been inspired by something in a previous production, but it's you. It's all filtered through your own persona.
Well, I aspire to be as brilliant as Franny Sternhagen was in the original on Golden Pond. I worked with her, and I thought she was amazing. Luckily, it was 35 years ago or something, so I just have this vague memory of how brilliant she was.
We have found out, Keir, that you went to George School.
That's right. Well, George School I thought I died and gone to heaven when I arrived there. I loved every moment of being there, and although I didn't realize it at the time, the seed was planted that ultimately resulted in my becoming an actor. There's no question about it, because they had such an advanced drama program for high school levels. And we did Shaw, we did Galsworthy, we did Saroyan. We didn't do Shakespeare, but other classes in other years did do Shakespeare. So it was we had a wonderful teacher, Hugh Chronister was his name, and it was very meaningful.
Extraordinary. So tell the story about Blythe Danner.
George School invited me to the school. They wanted to honor me as a graduate who had suddenly done well. And so I arrived at George School, and one of the deals was for me to see a current production of the drama class. I don't remember what the play was, but as I watched it, there was this one student, a girl, who just blew me away. The level of expertise that she showed, I said, how did that? For a high school kid, you just don't expect to see it. Okay, that was 1961. We now cut to 1969, in the fall of 69, and I'm in rehearsal for a Broadway play called Butterflies Are Free, starring Eileen Heckert, myself, and Blythe Danner. It was her first Broadway play. And first or second day of rehearsal, she comes up to me, she says, Keir, and I was taken backstage to meet the cast, by the way, after that performance of the play back in 61, and met the cast. Keir, you probably don't remember me, but I met you because you were brought backstage to meet us, and it was her.
Wow.
It was her.
Isn't that incredible?
What
Isn't that incredible? So George School has a lot of very extraordinary graduates.
Yeah.
When was the first time you all worked together?
Maya and I were doing a reading for Symphony Space in New York. There's a program which is broadcast later on called Selected Shorts, where 3 actors read short stories. So Marion Seldes, Maya, and myself were the actors. I'd never met
So that's
Maya.
where we met, is doing short stories.
And do you work together a lot?
Yes.
We've been-
In fact, we toured Ireland for 3 months doing a production of Death Trap, which you did here last
Oh,
year.
wow.
Well, as a matter of fact, even before
That was our
that,
second production of Death Trap.
that was the second. We did our first production of that play together. Where were we on the Cape, right?
Yes, but 2 weeks after we got married. So we took our honeymoon first because we knew we were going to be working after.
Yeah.
And you were the wife?
I was the wife, and
So
he
he
killed
got
me
to-
off.
I got
I was
to kill her
gonna
off,
say,
and
so-
we'd just been married a month before, and I got to
You
kill
got
her
to
off
hit him
every
over the
night.
head with a record in Private Lives, and then he killed you off in
And
Death
then-
Trap.
Right, exactly.
So is there an incredible shorthand? Do you find it so
Absolutely.
much easier?
Yes, and you get to rehearse together beforehand. Some people don't like to take their work home, but it just makes it so much easier to talk to somebody about, what about that scene? What do you think about, this moment in the play? I just think it's so much easier. You feel comfortable. There's some actors that you work with that you're supposed to be having an intimate relationship on stage, but you're afraid to ask them about a moment, or you, God forbid, you give another actor a line reading. Well, we give each other line readings all the time.
And yeah, it's a great advantage. I mean, you're happy. You usually, even if they're wonderful actors and you ultimately get along with them very well, but there's that kind of first week of rehearsal, you're kind of judging and looking at each other and how are we going to get on. You don't have that. We're well beyond that stage, so we're ahead of the game.